Hey YouTube, this is Mark with the Resistance Barbell Club, back with another tutorial, and we've got Amalia here again. She's working out, and some of you guys might want to know a little bit about Amalia, so I'm going to ask her a few questions. Amalia, how old are you?
So I am 17.
Okay.
Yeah, my birthday was back in September, so I've been 17 for a little now.
You know, you're really advanced for your age. A lot of people in here have been quite impressed with your development. How long have you been lifting weights?
I started lifting right around in 9th grade, but it was more like functional training because I was doing track and field. I started track after I had to quit gymnastics because I had surgery on both my elbows. So I kind of learned how to squat, but there were a bunch of times when I was squatting and then I would fall back, or we would deadlift and my back was like that. So it was just compound stuff. And then COVID came my freshman year and we had some weights in our garage, but it was more just booty band workouts and ab workouts, and I think I would hold a 20-pound dumbbell and just front squat like that.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I started seriously lifting and bodybuilding for aesthetics up until I think my sophomore year of high school. But I didn't really start taking nutrition super seriously up until about a year ago. So lifting total 2.5 years, but seriously lifting about a year and a half now.
Well, you're already really strong, and everybody can tell by looking at your quads.
Thank you.
Those legs are just solid muscle. Good job. What are you doing today? What are you working out right now?
Today I have a chest, shoulders, and triceps workout, so a full push day. I'm actually on a program right now. I'm being coached by Sarah. Her @ is Squat King Fitness on Instagram. She's great. Totally go follow her.
She really knows what she's doing.
Yes, have had super great experiences with her so far. So I just did my warm-ups, and right now I'm just doing some dumbbell incline chest presses, or bench presses, I guess you can call them, either or. My top 3 sets are 12, 10, 8. So normally what I would do is just increase the weight, but I'm kind of at a weird spot right now where I can't do the next weight for 10 reps, for example. So my first set I did 13, I'm gonna try and get 11 on this weight and then 9 on the next set because you still want a progressive overload each week.
And this girl's very strong. I'm here to attest. All right, so Amalia, what are you doing right now?
Okay, so after my dumbbell incline presses, I have Arnold presses, and I really hate these because they burn, and I have sets of 12 to 15, so my shoulders are crying when I do them.
That means they work.
Yeah, they work, but they're also
on the burn, it's gonna work. Okay.
Yeah, and they're annoying because you can't, or at least for me personally, I can't load as much weight for Arnold presses as I can with the regular dumbbell presses. But I'm gonna try and get 15. Minimum I have to get is 12.
Oh, you're doing those too easy. You should have had heavy.
Yeah, my last set I was struggling. Okay, so this is a good tip moment. If you find yourself doing 12 to 15 reps and you still feel like you have more in the tank, that's a good indicator that you should be going up in weight. So had I known that I would have done this weight as easily, I probably would have went up, but I was doing 25s before and I only got 11, so that's why I went down. Now I'm going to be doing something called a superset, and a superset is essentially just when you're pairing 2 exercises back to back with minimum to no rest in between the sets. So when people do supersets, you can do it with differing body parts, or you can do it working the same muscle group. I'm gonna do dumbbell chest presses, and I'm supersetting them with skull crushers. So essentially I'm working my chest muscles and my triceps back to back, but the skull crushers are gonna help do an extra load on my triceps. I'm gonna try to get 10 to 12 of the dumbbell incline press and then 12 skull crushers. So after your dumbbell incline press, you can take a second to breathe, but you don't wanna be resting for 30 seconds or more.
Right, you move right into the next exercise.
After you're done with your superset, typically I like to have a little bit of a longer rest period compared to when I'm just doing one exercise, especially because you've just really worked the muscles a lot more, so you want to be able to, overload and do the same amount of reps on your next set. So I'll typically take 30 to 45 seconds longer in between my supersets. Okay, so now I'm going into my second set. My last set on my dumbbell incline press, I got 11. And obviously, as you keep going on with your sets, the weight might feel a little bit heavier. But as long as I get 10, I'll be happy.
9. Making those 40s look light.
Ooh, I'm gonna go for another one.
Yes, you got it.
Push.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe one more.
I believe you can do it.
Oh, I can do it.
You got it. Oh,
Okay.
Man, good set.
Well,
Good set.
at least I went to failure. Hey, I got 11. I'm happy with it.
Yes, you are. Moving right over here to Superset with the tricep extensions.
Oh, it's starting to burn really bad.
Yeah, you make those look really easy.
They did not. Oh, okay. Man, they're screaming. They're like, ah! So now I'm going into my next superset. So this is one of those supersets where you're supersetting your exercises that are working to alternate muscle groups. So I'm gonna be doing cable chest flies, and then I'm gonna go straight into lateral raises with the dumbbells. I do want to say though, so I feel like with cables, a lot of the time people have a really hard time overloading with them because most cables don't have that like 2.5 or 5 pound adjustment thing, and they only hop up by 10 pounds, which can be really hard. So one thing that I like to do when I feel like the 10 pound increase in weight is a little too much for me is I'll grab small 2.5 or 5 pound plates, and it's super easy. You just take the weight and you just put it through the middle of it and into the cable like that. So that way you're still overloading, and it's super easy.
Yeah, that's a handy tip.
Same on the other side. And I know a lot of people have this weird stigma towards like 2.5 weights because they're like, oh, it's baby weight, but like you're still increasing weight. And that's really all that's important, is that you're overloading each week. So even if it's a 2.5 pound jump, like think of how much that'll help increase your weight in the long run. So now I'm gonna get started. I have a set of 12 to 15 of these and 12 to 15 lateral raises right after. And I like to do these kind of at like a, so if you see, like, it's kind of like I'm going in for a hug, like that. I find that when I do it a little higher, it kind of hurts my shoulders. So you really just want to work with your own body anatomy. Do my lateral raises. One little tip that I have for lateral raises, so I'll face you. So you do your lateral raise. Instead of going all the way down to here, I kind of like to stop right at my hips. It just helps me activate my shoulder muscles a little bit more, and I found that I get a lot more mind to muscle connection when I do it that way. So you're gonna go up, pause, down to your hips. This last set, I was kind of struggling a little bit too much near my last couple of reps. So when I got to 12, my form was starting to break, and when this happens, I like to just go down and wait, because form is more important than ego. Trust me, I learned the hard way. Okay,
Amalia, thanks for the tips today.
Yeah.
She's great. I plan on having her on the channel a lot. She has a lot to teach, and she's really easy to work with.
Thank you, yeah.
Once again, thanks. And we'll see you guys next time. Be sure and subscribe and like this video, and we'll see you on the next video.